everybody, how's it going? StormeDegree 14 here, and welcome back, finally, to another nostalgia reaction. I know, I've been taking forever to get to this one. I was upset that I couldn't get to it yesterday, but I am here now, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. But we're going to be reacting to one of Nostalgia Critic's newest, and honestly one of the most anticipated reviews, of his review of the infamous B movie. Now, B movie is kind of self-explanatory. It's definitely a B-level movie. A movie by... and by Simon J. Smith having Jerry Seinfeld play a talking bee. And it's definitely been one of the grounds for one of the biggest memes in, like, I think around in movies for a while. Like, honestly, he's still kind of, that meme is still kind of around to this very day, which is definitely interesting to see. So, honestly, when I watched it, I found it okay. Nothing, like, insufferable. Well, no, I mean, I always remember one part where they freaking kill Winnie the Pooh, which I thought was... Well, I love Winnie the Pooh, but honestly, I couldn't help but think that was kind of funny. But hopefully, let's see what Nostalgia Critic does when he tears this movie a new hole. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go, let's do this!
Welcome to our family focus group for our upcoming film, B-Movie.
Oh no.
Yeah, you said there was a party here?
If by party you mean celebration of laughter,
So that's a no.
we're observing the responses of 3 demographics. Grown-ups,
Just my body, not my mind.
you're a dad, aren't you?
How'd you know?
Because our teen demographic is disgusted by you.
Sellout.
You don't even know what I do.
And finally, we have our kid demographic. You promised me a Jolt energy drink. Not until after the screening, son.
I heard those were bad for kids.
Nonsense, my child has always had facial hair.
What?
Now, sit back and enjoy.
Oh boy. So it's a clashing of demographics.
Jerry Seinfeld here. You remember me from making the greatest sitcom you've ever seen in your life.
That's true.
Well, now I'm in this cartoon as a bee. I'm a bee!
He's not really a bee. That's funny.
Because we're kids film, you're probably gonna take it easy on us, though you might get annoyed us going back and forth between funny and not funny. For example, our lives are so short, all our schooling is done in a week.
That's funny.
And we're also called newbies.
That's not funny.
And there's plenty more where that came from, but it looks pretty and you
Wasn't there a
weren't
joke
bored, so
about
what do you
cousins,
say?
too?
Give us a pass.
Yeah, I guess this ain't half bad.
Hey kid, Jerry Seinfeld here, the comedian your dad thinks is God for some reason. I'm getting paid millions not to try and completely insult your intelligence.
You're doing a great job of that.
I made this movie specifically for idiots. If you're watching this, I think you're an idiot. You're an idiot!
You're an idiot.
I'm a bee!
You are the worst thing that we have made as a species.
This whole movie is just an hour and a half of me saying, I'm a bee!
Pretty
You're
much.
An idiot!
Oh, it's... Oh, damn it! Really? As soon as I pause, it gives me a freaking commercial? Alright. Okay, so I was gonna say, that's pretty much how the Paper Mario series has turned into now. Is that, like, all the new ones after Sticker Star, or actually starting with Sticker Star, are pretty much just all the characters like, hey, I'm made of paper. Is that funny? Are you laughing? Are you laughing? I'm made of paper. Is that funny? Are you laughing? Are you laughing? Because that's pretty much what this is. Same with the B movie, except with them like being, I'm a bee. Do you think that's funny? But at least, unlike the new Paper Marios, at least the B movie had a few good jokes, honestly. Where that one has next to none.
You will be the greatest troll on the internet with this movie.
Oh no.
This random line that means nothing will be your battle cry.
You like jazz?
It'll get old so quickly.
Which is
Yes.
what you want.
This isn't 4D chess. It's 5D chess.
Every troll in the world will be amazed at how smart you are.
Be amazed.
That was already brilliant.
I'm just getting started.
They'll
Oh,
write
no.
stories about your
It's true, though.
expert use of
It's true.
irony.
Bet no other kids are getting this idea.
Let us destroy this movie for everyone. Almost for good reasons.
So, what did everybody think?
Decent.
Terrible.
So, did they have sex or not?
Honestly, weirdly strange question. Or good question.
It almost doesn't seem fair to call 2007's B movie divisive because, well, it feels like it's evolved beyond that. In both good and bad
Beyond.
ways. You see, the trailer for this film helped.
Doug, is this just gonna be 90% B jokes from you? Please don't. Please don't.
Even just the poster, hell, even just the title, and you immediately get an idea what you're gonna think about it.
Yeah.
There's really nothing in the movie that's gonna change your mind. And it certainly doesn't lie about what it is. It's Jerry Seinfeld as a bee. Just kinda doing whatever he wants in a story that's all over the place and doesn't have much focus on character as much as jokes. And the jokes, well, let's be honest, are also very Jerry Seinfeld. They're all over the place.
Yeah.
I, of course, love his classic sitcom.
Hold on a second. I know I keep pausing, but hold on. Let me see that bear in the
jokes.
background. I just
And the jokes,
realized.
well, let's be honest,
on.
are also very Jerry Seinfeld. They're all...
I think that bear is the same bear from Over the Hedge. Like, Benson, I think was his name. Yeah, that bear looks very much like him. I can't get a clear enough picture, but it really looks like him. Holy crap. Wait, did Simon Smith make Over the Hedge as well? I need to look that up real quick. Hold on. And so, okay, so it was actually Tim Johnson, but it was made by... But I know Over the Hedge was made by DreamWorks, just like the Bee Movie was. I can't believe I never got that reference. That's actually... Honestly, I give Bee Movie props for that because I actually really love Over the Hedge.
I, of course, love his classic sitcom, but I'm not surprised
Also, the bear's name was Vincent, not Benson.
when people say it can be pretty dad jokey for what many say is one of the great comedies. To me, that's part of the charm. Jerry just doesn't care and does the humor he enjoys, and there is something admirable about that.
Yeah.
And yes, I do know sometimes the humor is intentionally cringy, even if it can be really cringy.
Well, why do I need your permission?
Because he's my butler.
It was awful. That was awful. Just awful.
Yeah.
B-movie is similar, but doesn't have the advantage of saying we're obsessing over funny little things and how they become funny big things. Oh, I mean, nothing. It's a show about nothing. That still doesn't feel right. I did a whole video on it. Leave your complaints there.
Yeah.
But everyone going into this knows who Seinfeld is, knows his brand of humor, and to some degree is looking for something similar.
Right.
The reactions to it have been pretty extreme. If you love it, you really love it. If you hate it, you really hate it. Even if you just think it's okay, you think it's really okay.
Yeah.
Watching it again, I will admit.
That's exactly what I thought of it.
Category to the okay category.
Hmm.
I do see more than the number of jokes that really miss, but there are still a fair amount that work, and I do get a laugh at how humorously unfocused.
Oh, yeah. Just
I
freaking,
just love-
okay.
I
You
never
can
knew
tranquilize
this
Winnie the
was
Pooh.
And yes, I'm sure part of the hatred came from this becoming baby's first troll movie.
Pretty
I'll admit
much.
This phenomenon was past my time, but from what I heard, everyone who lived through it is instantly pro-genocide. And maybe if I
Jeez.
didn't see all that, I would hate this movie too. But I'm here mainly to talk about the film itself and not the memes that got so old and obnoxious it could be one of my memes. So let's take a look at the film that represented something completely different, depending on who you are.
this
and
time,
who
this
you
time,
were
this
when
time.
You saw it. Because hey, sometimes it's fun to intentionally sabotage your comment section.
Hey, you know what my favorite Beatles song is?
Let it be.
Well, no, just saying Beatles was the joke, but that's even better.
Oh boy.
I am a god.
No, you ain't.
For better or worse, let's take a look at B-movie.
That kid is gonna grow up to have a very, very bullied life, let's just say.
The film opens
Or
with
people are
girls
gonna
in a
worship him.
beehive.
Hopefully not the latter.
Seinfeld plays Barry B. Benson. Like I said, it's the exact movie you think it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Who's graduating college.
Yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black. Ooh, black and yellow. Looking sharp.
As I mentioned before, the film has a weird habit of following a funny joke with an unfunny joke.
Really?
Harry, why don't you use the stairs? Your father paid good money for those.
Sorry.
Alright, that's good.
A perfect report card. All B's.
It's okay, that's the only B pun. Oh wait, there's a lot more. Barry picks up his friend Adam, played by Matthew Broderick.
Frisbee.
Well, isn't in the film long enough to ruin it.
3 days of grade school, 3 days of high school,
Those were so awkward.
3 days of college.
By the end of the day, most of my movie career will be dead. Graduation moves so fast, they're literally thrown into their job orientations right after. And for people who say there's nothing to this movie, I'd like to point out one of the directors of Prince of Egypt worked on this. And it's
Really?
good because the point of view shots and sense of scale are really good.
Yeah. I will admit, the hive design is pretty creative. And also kind of weird that they use... Also, I'm surprised they didn't talk about the fact that they use cars even though they all fly. Oh, well, you see them flying around.
And still enjoy it. In fact, I think that's how some people do enjoy it.
That girl was hot. She's my cousin.
Oh.
She is?
Yes, we're all cousins.
It's only the romance later. Doesn't sound too bad, does it?
Yeah. And honestly, that bee girl kind of looks like just a bee version of that girl. So maybe that's why he took interest. Ugh, no.
Will stay in the job that you pick for the rest of your life.
I didn't know that.
What's the difference?
Huh?
Randomly became an animate up there.
Maybe the honey field just isn't right for me.
And you were thinking of what? Making balloon animals? That's a bad job for a guy with a stinger.
Yeah, this film setup is gonna make people go back and hate the movie Ants. Oh, wait, I guess it already happened. Thanks, B-movie!
Dang. I really like Ants.
No one's listening to me.
Wait till you see the sticks I have for you.
I can say anything I want right now.
Trust me, I know, that was the only sentence in my contract. The next day they go to
Pretty
take their
much.
jobs, which, as you'd imagine, goes very fast.
Step up and make your choice.
Oh my. What's available?
Everything but actor. We got 5
Nice.
Shut up. The timing also goes back and forth.
Crud
between
picker.
really good and really awkward.
He's dead. 2 more dead. Dead from the neck up, dead from the neck down. But that's life.
Oh, this is so hard.
Maybe they're waiting for the sitcom music?
But that's life.
Barry gets
Oh, I thought that was an ad.
Jock and secretly joins them to get outside and see the world.
I'm out. I can't believe I'm out.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know this is gonna sound insane, but I feel really bad I didn't see B-movie on the big screen.
Really?
These are good shots. I even heard it was shown in 3D, which I bet would look amazing without distractingly showing off.
Yeah.
I don't know, did they advertise it as 3B? That probably would ruin it for me.
Hey, Candy Brain, get off there!
Barry gets stuck on a tennis ball, and okay, is that his wing or?
Oh my gosh.
Borderline Roger Rabbit VHSing this.
I actually didn't realize that. Holy crap.
Barry gets separated from the group and ends up in the apartment of Vanessa and Ken, played by Renee Zellweger and Patrick Warburton.
Oh yeah, the boyfriend is. I know the voice actor of him. He's freaking Kronk.
Whoever animated that really wanted to be that bee.
Mm-hmm.
Barry is touched that Vanessa saved his life, so he returns to her home to thank her.
Oh, I can't do it. Come on. How should I start it?
Oh boy,
Jazz.
night jazz.
I now have to hate something I originally had no opinion on.
Yep.
He finally talked.
It's the weirdest thing to obsess over as well. Like, he just says one awkward phrase and that's it. But then again, to be fair, what would I expect? It's the frickin' internet. We'll take anything and make it super popular for no reason at all. Like Jack Black saying just chicken jockey. I mean, I thought it was a little funny when he said it, but not like as big as people made it.
To her in big shock, she's freaked out and Insect can talk.
How did you learn to do that?
And she stabs herself with a fork to wake her up.
Same way you did, I guess.
That's very funny.
Bees are funny.
Again, that was my one-sentence pitch for the movie. To the film's credit, nobody sounds like they're not having a good time. Zellweger is clearly cast as the generically kind beauty, but her quirky delivery does make her scenes stand out and give her more of a character.
Are you all right?
No.
I know somebody who'd be angry if they saw you do that.
Oh no! Oh, Wilkins would do all kinds of horrible things to her, and not in the way that I'm implying. No. He'd freaking murder her 7 ways to Sunday.
Parents wanted me to be a lawyer or a doctor, but I wanted to be a florist.
Are you listening?
Okay, honestly, how can anyone think any part of this movie is supposed to be taken seriously?
No.
I really don't think we're supposed to believe the romance between these two.
No. I feel like honestly, I think it's definitely just a fetish thing, definitely, for somebody. Yeah, whoever had to make, like, they dedicated one guy to make all of these scenes specifically. Also, this is kind of a weird picture to stay on.
Take the romance between these two more seriously before.
Oh, no, Doug. Oh, I wouldn't even call that one a romance, but unfortunately, you're kind of right. Ugh. Stop it. Stop it!
Okay, they do. All right.
No.
Barry goes home and comes to grips with the fact that he might be in love with a human woman.
She's human.
Oh, no. That didn't happen. You didn't do that. That's a B-law.
B-law? So this happened enough they made legislation about it?
Pretty much.
Where that He-Man character came from?
Ugh.
This is over.
Eat this. They call it a crumb, and that's not even what they eat. That just falls off what they eat.
Again, good joke.
Do you know what a Cinnabon is?
And that's a product placement that falls off another product placement later.
Oh.
Sorry, how much longer is this going to go on? It's been 3 days.
After reenacting the pollinate. Actually, that one's more clever spelled out. Wait, no, it isn't. This movie's rubbing off on me.
Ugh.
Parents do start to put together he might be in love.
I'm meeting a friend.
A girl? I just hope she's B-ish.
Oh my god.
What the hell? Oh my god.
Yeah, can I have a dozen red roses, please?
What was that? A pick and save circular? Felt like about 10 pages.
Oh, you've really got that down to a science.
Well, I lost a cousin to Italian Vogue.
Well, that was funny. I guess the next joke must be
Ray Liotta Private Select.
confusingly random. It counts.
Yeah.
But again, something so odd will happen. I just have to laugh.
Oh yeah, he sword fights with the stinger and he uses it like a thumbtack.
Any of you? Please! You're too late. It's ours now.
Bud.
I'm sorry, it is embarrassing to laugh at some scenes. I mean, yes, I let out laughter, but all I'm thinking in my head is...
I come before you today, humbled and humiliated.
Yeah, kind of.
Barry tries to follow a honey truck, but gets stuck inside. Here he meets a mosquito, played by Chris Rock.
Whoa! Moose Blood's about to leave the building.
Thanks for the 1-hour recording session, Chris. I'll return the favor in top 5.
They make the honey, and we make the money.
He gets to the honey farm where he sees bees are being smoked to separate them from the honey.
Yeah.
A queen was moved here.
That's just a man in woman's clothes.
Queen? That's a man in woman's clothes.
All right, stop. Don't add any more. The joke already got a laugh.
That's a drag queen.
You know, I would have loved to have known the story of that character. Who got to him?
Honestly,
Why
yeah.
switch sides? Does he actually look like the real queen? That would have been on par with any of the random side stories in this, and I would have laughed.
Yeah.
But you blew it. That add nothing. You keep adding something to make it nothing. Stop doing that. You better have something equally weird to match that.
Let's see.
Tonight on Be Larry King, we're talking to Barry Benson.
Okay.
They got it.
God forgive me. I think that's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
It's not that the bees have a Larry King. That'd be stupid. It's that he's literally called B. Larry King. It is so phenomenally lazy. It's hysterical. And to make the joke better, they actually do dive into it in a similar way I was saying they should have with the previous scenario.
Yeah.
You know they have a Larry King in the human world, too.
It's a common name. Next week on Be Larry...
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the humor is starting to rub off. I think I'm starting to get lazier with my comedy, too. Oh, no. I mean, it was already lazy to begin with, but it's already getting worse. Okay, we gotta keep going.
Larry King.
No, I mean, he looks like you, and he has a show with suspenders.
That is the right way to add on to a joke. It's like they put a lot of hard work into showing you how much they didn't try with this joke. It's a phenomenal paradox.
Pointy shoulders, squinty eyes.
Even though you just heard them.
Nah, don't worry. I'm sure the press tour with them will go better.
Is this still CNN? I was the #1 show on television, Larry. You were. Do you know who I am?
Come watch me play Resident Evil 2 every Friday on Twitch. I've never played a Resident Evil game before, so it should be pretty fun.
Yeah.
We also have content 5 days a week. Hope to see you there. Barry decides to sue the human race for stealing their honey. Yeah, like I said, it randomly jumps around a lot. As he goes up against a lawyer named Montgomery, played by John Goodman.
You're representing all bees of the world?
I'm kidding.
Okay. Once in a while, a dad joke won't be that funny, but will be a little charming. As long as it's not 80% of the movie.
You also own Honeybird and Hunron.
90% of the movie.
Yeah.
Born on a farm, she believed it was man's divine right.
I don't think you were done positioning that woman's hands, film.
No.
I enjoy what I do. Is that a crime?
I guess to double down on a random Ray Liotta joke, they actually get the real Ray Liotta. Despite looking a little too much like a Buffalo Bill skin mask.
He does.
Fella. This is a bad fella.
Okay, tell me Seinfeld didn't look at that joke and say, this is garbage, let's go!
Pretty much.
As the trial heats up, the movie suddenly remembers, oh yeah, didn't Vanessa have a boyfriend or something?
Yeah.
That's where I usually sit.
So, I hear you're quite a tennis player. I'm not much for the game myself. I find the ball a little grabby.
Much like I am with a girlfriend. I'm a bad fella!
Pretty much.
Finally loses it and tries taking Barry out. Again, some of this works.
I've got issues!
And other times...
Surf's up, dude! Oh, that bowl is gnarly.
Yeah, pool water.
By the way, both of these are from the same episode, in case you're wondering. I don't think they're utilized enough.
Really? That's actually kind of funny.
What are you doing?
Vanessa stops him and, again, you swear the actors know what they're saying is so goddamn stupid that they have to shrug and have fun with it.
Yeah.
He happens to be the nicest
That's
bee
what-
I've met.
What are you talking about? Are there other bugs in your life?
I'm saying I know how you dress at night.
Yeah.
Back at the trial, the lawyer tries to get Barry's team so mad that they remind people why they usually don't like bees.
Doesn't your
Could they get
queen
stung?
give birth to all the bee children?
Yeah, but
So those aren't even your real parents.
That's
Oh,
a good point. We should question that more.
I can't believe I didn't question that myself. Oh no. I know I'm oblivious to a lot of things, but that kind of hit personal.
It works so well that Adam lashes out at him, giving up his stinger.
Oh, an angel of mercy will come forward to suck the poison from my heaving buttocks.
Well,
I don't know. Sure, let's be Ren and Stimpy for 2 seconds. And again, I'm sorry. All the stuff around Adam's recovery really cracks me up.
Yeah.
I love the giant bed. I love the artificial stinger as a cocktail sword.
Yeah.
Even the morphine being a bare jar of honey really makes me laugh.
Yeah.
So naturally, what's the stupid thing to follow?
How much longer are we going to
That's-
allow these absurd shenanigans to go on?
That'll do it. Barry proves that bees are smoked to get honey, which is seen as cruel and unusual, and does result in this funny bit.
honey slaves to
Oh,
the
boy.
white man.
How most white people react when white people talk about Seinfeld too much. The judge rules in the bees' favor, taking back all their honey, even recreating the collapse of Saddam's statue in Iraq, complete with shoe hitting.
nice.
That'll get a laugh out of the kids. And I mentioned this was a DreamWorks production.
Oh yeah.
Piglet,
Right.
delete the tapes of us.
Yeah. Oh, that actually makes sense why then. Yeah, if it was a DreamWorks film.
I think
This-
we need to shut down! Shut down? We never shut down!
With all the honey returned, it seems they now have too much honey, so the bees stop working and therefore stop pollinating, leading to the world all slowly dying. Yeah, like I said, I legit had a hard time figuring out where this film was gonna go.
Yeah.
Where's everybody?
This was my new desk. This was my new job. I wanted to do it really well.
I like to show the importance of not just bees in society, but also how important just work is. Without it, the bees feel like they've lost a good chunk of who they are and they don't know what to do. In a genre where family films say working too much is bad, which is a good lesson, every once in a while it's good to hear, hey, doing your job well can be a damn good thing too.
Right.
How about a suicide pact?
How do we do it?
I'll sting you, you step on me.
That just kills you twice.
Also, I'm sorry, I gotta love a kid's flick where the words suicide pact are used.
Yeah.
Vanessa says she's going to Pasadena to see the last of the flowers left in the Rose Parade, which gives Barry an idea. Get the rest of the flowers back to New York where he thinks he'll convince the bees to pollinate again.
I'm gonna go talk to the marshal.
You do that. This whole parade is a fiasco.
And that actress died.
Yep. Ow.
They get the flowers on the plane, and when Barry tries to convince the pilots to go faster, they get scared and accidentally knock each other out.
Now one's bald, one's in a boat, and they're both unconscious.
Is that another bee joke?
Literally half the common cards for this movie.
Pretty much.
The bees catch wind of what's going on and try to help them land the plane.
Oh yeah, this is pretty crazy.
And like I said, everyone makes fun that there's nothing in this movie, it's all bee puns, but I'm sorry, this is really damn creative.
Yeah.
Land on that flower. Move forward, nose down, bring your tail up, rotate around it.
If you think I didn't do Quaaludes while writing this scene, again, you don't know my movies!
Yeah.
The plane lands safely. I love nobody on there even notices the difference in the landing.
Really?
Bees manage to pollinate once more. Barry even becomes a pollen jock.
Between you and me, I was dying to get out of that office.
Really? Didn't go for a BN joke? That was the low-hanging fruit for you?
I was gonna say, honestly, I'm disappointed in them for not doing that.
Maybe they're watching right now going,
Oh! Oh!
and that was B-movie, like I said before. It's one of those films you can usually figure out early if you're gonna be into it or not.
Yeah.
I do see more the amount of groaners that are in this material, but I do also still see the creativity and fun angles and, dare I say it, some material that did make me laugh. Yes, the story's all over the place, but I do think that's intentional. I just don't think you're supposed to take much of this, hell, any of it seriously.
No.
And I really do give it credit that it was unpredictable. I'd much rather have something that's odd and kept me guessing than another "you're not insert occupation, here are you" story that acts
Yeah.
like it's the first one to do it. Am I gonna pretend this is a great comedy? No, not by a long shot. But
No.
I do think there's some value in it, despite all the annoyances that the internet has given.
Not perfect.
Yeah, I think it's good enough for me.
Well, maybe add it to it. It may not be be the best of Jerry Seinfeld's work, but it is unmistakably and indisputably Jerry Seinfeld's work.
Yep.
I'm a nostalgia critic guy, remember? So you don't have.
You got it.
Suck the poison from my heaving buttocks.
No. You can just die. Alright. Well, yep, and that was Simon Smith's B movie. But man, it's crazy how strangely popular that movie has gotten. Honestly, I didn't think it was the worst film. It's definitely not the best. Again, it definitely is like the. Again, I'm not trying. I really am not trying to make a pun here, but, fuck it. It really is the definition of a B movie, where like, yeah, it's not like fantastic, but it's not god awful necessarily. People are either gonna love it or hate it. I found it decent enough. Yeah, I'm definitely in the neutral area with that, but yeah, there are some parts that I legit did kind of make the freaking tranquilizing Winnie the Pooh definitely got me. I thought the first time I watched it, I thought they killed him. No, they just tranquilized him. But yeah, it's very strange. This movie is definitely have a strange impact on people in the weirdest ways. Like it turned, yeah, like you said, it turned kids into like trolls. Adults were just like, yeah, it was fine, but like, it is kind of weird, just how like suddenly popular this thing gets. Because again, this movie's a decently aged, like it's been out for quite a while, so it's strange that it's still like even used to this day, which is, it's just very strange indeed. But I would say that it definitely has made its mark on people, whether you hate it or like it. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. I know it took me forever to get to it, but I'm here now. Be sure to like it, subscribe, be sure to check out Doug's other videos, and if you like it, then I'll be seeing you later. Bye!